guys, this is Kelly. I am back with another process video. This layout is for stuck sketches, and I just showed you the sketch that I'm working with. It is the July 1st sketch, and I am using the new collection Cocoa Vanilla You Rock, and I am doing a page on my daughter. Her team won its first championship, I guess maybe about a month ago, and I wanted to go ahead and get this layout scrapped. It was a long night. This photo was taken like at 11 o'clock on a Sunday night. That's just how long that the tournament ended up lasting, and the girls played hard and they looked great and they won. And so I wanted to get this page for Emily. So what I did is I used a font. Oh gosh, the name just escaped. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. It is a free font from defont.com, and it's 2 words. Oh my gracious. It's coming to me. It really is. Maybe. There, Blackout Sunrise. That's it. Okay, so sorry about that. So it's a nice open font, and I just opened it up in Silhouette Studios, and you know, the sketch calls for a big title, so I thought that if I made a big open title and backed it with pattern papers, I thought it would look pretty cool. So I picked Champs because that is pretty descriptive for the photo, and I'm just taking different pattern papers, and I am backing the letters with that. And I did not show you all of that because it does get quite boring. I just tried to choose some of the blues, some of the lighter colors, the grays, and just took it from there. So I did cut off 2 strips of the black stars to put at the top and the bottom as a border. That is one of the things that I've been enjoying at the moment, and I really liked that because I felt like it grounded the layout and contained it and really brought out some of the black that's predominant in the photo without darkening up the layout too much. So if you have followed me for a while, you've heard my dilemma with her softball photos. The team colors are burnt orange, black, gray, and it makes for difficult scrapping material because burnt orange, I mean, just need I say anymore. So they were wearing their predominantly black uniform, so that made it so much easier, and I really felt the freedom to pull in some of the blues, and I really thought that it worked well. So the sketch does call for 2 clusters, one on the right hand side of the photos and one on the left, but I decided to take the cluster on the left hand side up towards the title just to help make it a little bit more cohesive. Now I went ahead and I cut out 3 stars from pattern paper, but I wasn't digging the look. I felt like it was too much yellow. The fields that they play on, that clay really is kind of that yellowish, and I thought that it would coordinate well, but there was something about it I wasn't liking. I don't know if it was just too much. I don't know if it was maybe the size of the stars. I don't know. There was something that I really just wasn't digging about it. So I decided to cut a couple of the stars out from the pattern paper and see if I liked that better. And I do, but I really felt like the bottom right-hand cluster really needed a larger star. So I'm going to find a cut-apart sheet and going to end up fussy cutting a star out of that, and that just really helps to make that cluster a little bit better. So here is where I remembered that 3x4 card had this large star. And what I'm doing, since the outline of the star is white, I'm trimming into the outline of the star closer to the orange border so that there's not a lot of white space around the, well, it's not a die cut, but around the star, so that it just looks more like a die cut and not like a piece of paper, if that makes sense. So I'm still playing with these clusters. I'm not sure, exactly what I want to use where. This is a predominantly boy line, and I really like to take lines and use them in ways that they were not intended for. I did get this for boy photos because I am predominantly a girly scrapper because my son does not like a lot of photos to be taken, and it's more difficult to scrapbook him now. So, it was not my intention to use this layout or this line first for my daughter, but when they won the game and the colors worked so well, I just thought that I wanted to go ahead and use it. And it really doesn't matter if I use it for my son or my daughter, just the fact that it is that I use it. So the sketch does call for a few pattern paper strips to be behind the photo, and so I'm just trying to figure out exactly what I want where. I don't want to darken the layout up too much. I want to try to keep it as light as I can, and at this point I'm just, it's the first time that I've worked with this collection. I'm still learning what's in it, what's not, what looks good together. So there's a lot of fussing around, and that's okay for me because that makes the process a little bit fun, and just trying to figure out exactly what you like where. So that boom chipboard, this collection has just made it for me with some of the words that they've used. One of the die cut stickers says amaze balls. I love it, and I will use it on this layout because softball, amaze balls, it goes with more than one way. They won the championship. So it's nice to see collections listening to people when they say that they want other things other than best day ever. So it was just, when I saw that, I thought, how cool was that? So again, like I said, I'm just auditioning different pieces, trying to figure out what I want where, and this is really starting to shape up the way that I wanted it. It felt a little bit more light, airy, open, and I'm going to go ahead and get things stuck down so that I can, get the page going and finish. Once I start committing to things, I want to go ahead and get it stuck down so that everything doesn't move on me. So I am going to go ahead and put those pattern paper strips down. It's, it's something I keep on saying I don't want to do it for this layout, but I end up liking the way it looks so much, I end up doing it again. So, I am going to get away from that maybe, but, it's just one of those things right now that's working for me. So, when it works for you, sometimes it's easier not to fight it. So for this page, I'm just lining everything up because I wanted it to be somewhat of a central feel to the page. So, and I wanted to make sure that I had enough room for my title up top without it feeling crowded. So that is why you will see me pulling out my ruler and just trying to line things up. And I will admit, my desk is so messy at this moment that I could not find what I did with my T-square ruler. Since then, I have cleaned it up, and I keep saying I'm never going to let my desk get that messy again. And it happens. It's deadlines, and I feel like I've got to rush, and I've got to not rush, but I need to create and get things done, and I don't clean up in between. And I always like it better when I do clean up in between. It's just sometimes time. So I'm going to say it again. I'm never going to let my desk get that messy again, and yet I will. So you'll be laughing because you'll hear me in about a month or so say, guess what I've been doing, cleaning up that filthy desk. So when I did back a couple of the pattern papers, when I cut them, a little bit of it was showing, and I usually try not to fuss with that too much because, for the most part, it just kind of blends in. But on the white, for whatever reason, I guess maybe some of the darker colors, it just really stood out. And I just really felt like I needed to trim it up just a little bit. A lot of that just depends on the mood that I'm in, and sometimes I can let it go and other times I can't. So I am just going to pop that rad die cut up with little foam squares, and I'm doing the same with the title. And I did not show that because it did take a while to cut all the little squares up. And I decided to use that rather than the craft foam just because it was going to make that title go by a little bit quicker. So that's pretty much it for me today. I am going to add a few wood veneer stars and a couple of black splatters to the clusters. And I can't remember if I do the black splatters on camera or off because I debated on that for quite a while. I wanted it to be light. I didn't want it to be too dark. So anyway, that's it for me. Be sure and check out the blog. I will link it in the details section below so that you can see what the other design team members have created. And we'd love for you to play along. Laura posts a sketch and there's a chance to win prizes from 2 of the sponsors for each sketch that we do. So if you are interested, play along and post it onto the blog. So thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all of your comments, your likes. They do make my day and I really do appreciate them. And I want you to know that I read them and I try to get back to you as soon as I can. So thanks a lot. You guys have a great day and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.